कैमरा ऑन చేస్తా రౌండ్ వే
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद Hare Krishna. You all can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Gaurachandraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Gaurachandraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Gaurachandraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Gaurachandraya. Hare Krishna. I am reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela. This is chapter 6 and verse number is 51. The title of the chapter is The Meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. Excuse me. Once again, this is Ante Leela, chapter 6, text 51. Okay, you all can, I don't know if you have the verse in front of you. If not, you all can repeat after me. दधि चीड़ा भक्षणा करा मोरा गणे दधि चीड़ा भक्षणा करा मोरा गणे शुनि आनंदित हैला रघुनाथ माने शुनि आनंदित हैला रघुनाथ माने 6.51 अंत्य लीला.
$59.
51. Let's recite it one more time now that we have the verse with us. Can you zoom in a little bit, Prabhu? Can hardly see it. Little more. Little more. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, let's recite it one more time. दधि चीड़ा भक्षणा करा मोरा गणे शुनि आनंदित हैला रघुनाथ माने Synonyms: दधि yogurt, चीड़ा chipped rice, भक्षण करा feed, मोरा गणे my associates, shuni hearing, anandita haila became very happy, Raghunath Das, mane in the mind. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishna Bhanu Sutadeve Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhyabhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. I'll read the translation one more time. Make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. So I welcome all of you to the Dahi Chida festival celebration today at our temple. So there is, besides the name Dahi Chida festival, there is another name for this festival. Anyone knows what that name is? Danda Mahotsav, yes, very nice. So this is Danda Mahotsav. Danda means punishment. So this is a festival of punishment and it is celebrated. It's a very sweet pastime. So the pastimes goes like this. Raghunath Das Goswami, since his youth, he was very, very renounced. he had no attachment towards material things. Actually, it is mentioned that he once heard from Haridas Thakur about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and since then he had a very intense desire to associate directly with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and please him, serve him. And he had audience with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu couple of times, and he had expressed his desire to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But both the times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him an instruction. He said that actually, it's not the right time for you. So whatever you are doing, if you're he comes from a very influential business family. He was extremely rich, very influential, very opulent family. So he said actually that you act like a normal person, like a normal businessman, normal householder, and but in the mind, you offer your mind to Krishna and to me. And so he had given the instruction to him both the times. So acharyas give this analogy that just as a married woman sometimes may have a paramour, so outwardly she would be acting very nicely in the home, she would be doing all the duties very nicely, very carefully, but inwardly she is always thinking about how do I meet my paramour, what do I do next to please him. That's what is the condition. So that is the analogy given in the Shastras. And same thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells to Raghunath Das Goswami. Actually, this not this analogy, but offering the mind is something that Krishna talks about repeatedly in the Bhagavad Gita. Tasmad sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhacha mai arpit manobuddhir mam evashyasya samshayam. He says, therefore Arjuna, mam anusmara. Anusmara means deep contemplation. Not just normal thinking. Anusmara means very deep contemplation. So you contemplate on me, but you fight, So, mai arpit mano buddhir, offer your mind and intelligence to me. So actually we are where our mind is, If we are sitting here and we are thinking about something else, we are there actually, we are not here. So similarly, even though sometimes we may be acting outwardly in the material world, but in the mind, if we are contemplating on Krishna, so we are actually with Krishna. It is said by the acharyas that the feeling of separation, it is that if we have the feeling of separation, then actually there is no separation. But we are separated when we don't have that feeling of separation. That is the real separation, when we do not even have the feeling of separation. So Raghunath Das Goswami, although he got this instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was, still hankering, inwardly that I want to just be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He had a very strong, intense desire. So, but on the family background, what had happened was his father and his uncle, they were very influential businessmen. So his uncle had taken a contract from the government, missing the name of his uncle. Anyone remembers the name of his uncle? Anyway, so the contract was that he was supposed to collect taxes. So in the taxes, he would collect 2 million gold coins, from the citizens, and he was supposed. Yeah, Majumdars was the family. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. So 2 million gold coins he would collect every month, I believe, and he was supposed to give 1.5 million to the government and keep the rest with him. But what he used to do was, he used to keep 1.2 million with him, and he would give the rest. So he was, in fact, doing a little bit of hera fairy, as we say in Hindi, cheating. So there was before that there was another Muslim Chaudhry who was collecting the taxes similarly. So the contract was taken away from him and given to the Majumdars. Excuse me. So he became a little jealous. He came to know about this, that his uncle is doing this. So he actually came with all his men, and he said that, you must give me my share also. Otherwise, it will not be good. That's what his intention was. But when he came, at that time, both Raghunath Das Goswami's father and uncle were not at home. So when they didn't find anyone at home, they captured Raghunath Das Goswami and they took him along with him, along with them. And this Muslim Chaudhry, he would threaten Raghunath Das Goswami every day, tell him that, you would, you should tell your uncle and I should get my share. So although he would sometimes want to beat him up also, but looking at the innocent face of Raghunath Das Goswami, he could never gather that courage. So once Raghunath Das Goswami said, it's enough now, I should do something about it. So he came up with a plan. So he told the Chaudhry that, so this Chaudhry was a Turk actually, was Turkish. So he said, actually, my father, my uncle and you are like brothers, and because you are brothers, I am their son, but I am also your son. And, and you are my maintainer. And a maintainer would never do something like this. You should actually not punish me like this. You should. So this Turk, he became a little, his heart melted, and he actually started crying also. He said, yeah, now because you said this, from today you are my son, and I'll do something to release you from here today. But you must go and tell your uncle that they should meet with me, and they come up with some arrangement, and whatever they decide it is acceptable to me. I'll accept it, whatever they give me. So then Raghunath Das Goswami accepts, and then he arranges for a meeting between this Muslim Chaudhry and his uncle, and the matter was settled over there. But when all this was happening, already a year has passed by this time, and this feeling of separation had grown a lot. And he was thinking that, why am I not getting the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? I'm just looking at the time. We don't have much time today. So he was thinking internally, he was contemplating that why is it that I am not getting the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So when we had to get the mercy of the Supreme Lord, who do we have to go to? But before that, Guru, yes, Guru. We need the mercy of Guru. So, and Nityanand Prabhu is actually none other than the Guru Tattva. He is Balaram. So he said, actually, if I should attain the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I should get the mercy of Nityanand Prabhu. And then he heard that Nityanand Prabhu is coming with his associates to a nearby village, Panihati. So he planned to visit and try to get his attention, his blessings, so that he can attain Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So finally he went to Panihati, and when he tried to approach Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he saw that Nityananda Prabhu actually is sitting under a tree. It was like a platform on which he's sitting, and he was, around him were like hundreds and, if not thousands, hundreds of his disciples, his followers sitting around him. And he thought, Nityananda Prabhu is, I thought I am, a rich person, I am influential, but look at his gathering, so many people are sitting around Nityananda Prabhu. It is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Nityananda Prabhu was looking as effulgent as, millions of suns rising in the morning. There is also this analogy comes at a different place also in another scripture. Anyone remembers? This millions of suns rising together. Where does that analogy come in another scripture? I'm sorry?
When Lord Chaitanya did not appear, it's like the rising of the sun and the moon is touching everybody.
Yeah, that could be true, Prabhuji. I was referring to Bhagavad Gita actually. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 11th chapter, Sanjay says, Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavet Pad Uthita. No, he says, Bhavet Yuga Pad Uthita, I'm sorry. So actually, when the Vishwarup of Krishna was displayed, it was so effulgent that it appeared like millions and thousands of suns are rising together in the sky. That was the effulgent of the Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa. So the same analogy is used here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that's how it is explained. So he got a little humility, and then he thought, let me not approach him directly. So he was standing behind a tree, and at a distance, he was observing Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He was looking at his feet. In his mind, he was offering obeisances at his feet. And then he decided to pay a full obeisance on the ground. So he started giving obeisances. At that time, one of the follower of Nityananda Prabhu, he saw at the far distance Raghunath Das Goswami is offering obeisances. And Raghunath Das Goswami also is influential because he comes from a businessman family. So he was influential. People knew him. So one of the followers showed Nityananda Prabhu that, look at there, Raghunath Das had come and he is offering obeisances to you from far behind. So Nityananda Prabhu saw, and then he said, oh Raghunath, come here, you are a thief. You are hiding from me like a thief, and you are, observing me from there. You are actually a thief. Come here, today I'll punish you. So when Raghunath Das Goswami heard it, initially he was thinking, what did I do? Why am I getting punished for this? So he didn't do anything. He couldn't understand what's happening. So Nityananda Prabhu asked his followers to go and catch Raghunath Das Goswami. So they all brought Raghunath Das Goswami, and then he offered obeisances. At that time, Nityananda Prabhu put his feet on Raghunath Das Goswami's head. So he got that blessing directly from Nityananda Prabhu at that time. And then when he stood up, he said, actually, you were offering... you were behaving just like a thief, and then because you're a thief, you must be punished today. And today I'm going to give you a punishment. And that's where when he gives this punishment, this is the verse that he speaks that we just recited today. So I'll read the translation one more time. The punishment that is given to Raghunath Das Goswami, it says, make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. So this was the punishment. And when Raghunath Das Goswami heard this, he said, no, hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. So it is like a mercy coming from the Guru Tattva himself. Sometimes when we go to our Guru and when the Guru accepts us, when he has to give his blessings, so what does the Guru do? He actually asks us to serve the Vaishnavas. So the same thing was told to Raghunath Das Goswami by Nityanand Prabhu, that you serve all these Vaishnavas. You make a big festival, because he was a rich man. He could have done it. So today's feast is similarly organized by Rasraj Prabhu. So we can all thank him later. But so he said, actually, he actually accepted, and he immediately sent his servants that go and bring chipped rice and yogurt and milk. And they all immediately started making offerings. And there are so many people over there gathered. It is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that there are so many people over there that nobody could even count it, how many people were there. So they made two different kinds of offerings. One was chipped rice mixed with yogurt, and the other one was chipped rice mixed with condensed milk. And of course, there are a few, like many other flavors added. Different kinds of offerings were made with banana, with camphor. Different things were added to it. And every person who was present over there, they got two different pots. They were clay pots in which the big clay pots were first brought to make the offerings, and then to distribute the prasadam to everyone. Two small pots were made for every single person over there. And there are hundreds of pots over there at that time. And everybody got two pots each, and they started eating. And as this festival started, it started proceeding, many other people heard about it, that there is a big festival happening. Right after we all had fasted for Nirjala Ekadashi, when we hear about any festivity that involves eating, that actually sounds very nice. So this festival is not about fasting, this is about feasting on chipped rice and yogurt and milk, of course. So many people heard about this festival and different nearby villages, and they all came forward. They said, let us also go over there. And far away villages also, they started hearing about this festival going on, and there were many businessmen. They thought, it's a good opportunity. Let us go and try to sell our chipped rice and yogurt and milk. So they all also came along with big pots of milk and yogurt and chipped rice. And when Raghunath Das Goswami saw them, that he immediately bought all of it. Everything that was brought over there by different businessmen, he bought all of it. And then different people started helping in making these, delicacies of chipped rice, yogurt, and milk. And, even the businessmen who came there to do a business, even they were asked to sit down, and they were also given prasad. So it is mentioned that there are so many people over there at that time that there was practically no place to sit anywhere or even to stand. And some people started they were standing on the banks of river Ganga. And some other people, and even that got filled up, they entered into Ganga. They were standing inside the Ganga. They were, dipped inside water until their knee or thigh or, stomach, or some people were even dipped until their chest. And they were still very, enjoying the delicacies that were made. So it is mentioned that when this wonderful festival was going on, Nityananda Prabhu thought that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should have been here. He was not there. So he meditated on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he invoked the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mystically. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared, but nobody could see him. Only a few, it is mentioned, that who are really advanced, they could see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come over there. He has manifested. And when he manifested over there, Nityananda Prabhu took pots and he started feeding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is explained that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also started feeding Nityananda Prabhu. So they both started feeding each other. And like that, this festival was going on, and they also, both of them made sure that every single person who was present in the assembly, all of them were fed sumptuously, nicely. And then they all sat down again. Nityananda Prabhu sat down, and then he said, you all, when you are taking this prasad, you all should chant Hari Hari. Can we all chant Hari Hari? Hari, Hari. So everybody chanted Hari Hari. That is the way of taking prasad. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, when prasad was offered to him, he said actually that prasad is not different from Krishna, it is Krishna only. And usually our consciousness is that we have to enjoy the prasad, but actually we have to get enjoyed by Krishna. That should be our consciousness. So Bhaktisiddhanta used to first he used to do Achman, and then he used to circumambulate the prasadam and then offer his pranams, and then he would accept the very devotional and submissive mood. He would accept the prasad. That's how he used to do. So when everybody chanted Hari Hari, the names of Lord Vishnu, they all felt as if they are in in Vrindavan, and it's not Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is Krishna and Balaram who are there having a feast with Krishna and Balaram over there. They all got this feeling that we are actually in, and this river is not Ganga, this is actually Yamuna. So that is how it is explained. So it's a big pastime later, so I'll just summarize here, not summarize, but just finish it quickly. So when he got the mercy of Sri Nityanand Prabhu, when Raghunath Das Goswami got the mercy of Nityanand Prabhu, so earlier, before getting the mercy, he used to run away from his house, and every time he used to run away, his father would make arrangements to catch him and bring him back. So that's what, almost it became an everyday affair that he used to run away, try to run away, and then his family would go and capture him again and bring him back. And his father got so fed up that one day he told to his mother that we should tie him up with ropes. So his mother said, actually, these gross ropes, they are of no use, because the subtle ropes, if they are not working, she said that actually this Raghunath, he has such a beautiful wife. She appears like as if it's a damsel from heaven. She appears like a heavenly damsel. And we have opulence like Indra, in our home. It is, you have so much opulence. And if that is not able to bind him up, what would your ropes do? And then she said that actually if someone gets the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you can't do anything about it actually. You can't bind him up like this. So that's what the mother said. And finally, when Nityanand Prabhu got the mercy of, when Raghunath Das Goswami got the mercy of Nityanand Prabhu, and then he made a final plan to run away from his home. And then finally he was successful. He went to Jagannath Puri. There he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entrusted him in the care of Sarup Damodar. And that's why he is sometimes also known as Sarup Damodar Raghunath. That's one of his names. That's how it is, because he was entrusted in the care of Sarup Damodar. So that is the pastime of, sweet pastime of the Panihati festival or Chida Dahi festival or Danda festival as we know it. So I take a quick pause here and see if anyone has any comments or they would like to express something, any corrections about what I said today. Yes, will you please go ahead.
Well, I would like to ask a question about, you didn't exactly describe it, but you explained that he finally escaped. So the way the escape happened was the spiritual master came to him and said, one of my disciples is not washing the deity, could you please go take care of it? So so Raghunath Das says, okay, and then the spiritual master goes away, and instead of doing that, Raghunath Das runs away to see Lord Chaitanya. My question is, how is it that one can disobey the order of the spiritual master?
My understanding, Prabhuji, is, thank you, I'm sure you know the answer and you will probably know a better answer from me. But my understanding is that, more important is to serve Krishna, and the duty of spiritual master, or the main purpose of spiritual master, is to make sure that the disciple goes back to the personality of Godhead. So, even this is one of the things that is mentioned in the Shastras, that if your spiritual master comes in the way of you and Vishnu or Krishna, then you can disregard your spiritual master. There are multiple such instances that come in the Shastras. In the Bhagavatam itself, we have the pastime of Bali Maharaj. Then we have the pastime of Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev was instructed by his Parshuram, his guru Parshuram, that you must marry Amba. And then he said that I'm not going to marry her. He basically disregarded the instruction of his spiritual master. So that would be my understanding. But please, if you want to add something, Prabhuji, please go ahead. Can't hear you.
I'm a cantankerous old man, so I'll push a little further. Yadananda Nachari, I think that was a spiritual master. He's a devotee, and he didn't say, don't go to Lord Chaitanya. He asked them to do a particular thing. So it's not. I heard recently one of our leaders in ISKCON reciting this pastime, and he said, actually, Yamunanacharya was part of the plan. He knew that then Raghunath would be able to escape. I had never heard that before, so I can't say. But otherwise, it really, how do you say, it looks a little unusual because Raghunath Das, the disciple, makes the decision that actually my spiritual master, who just asked me to worship the deity, could be ignored because I want to do something else. Oh, that's great. I can ignore my spiritual master. Well, I got plenty to do. So I'm honestly asking, whatever other thoughts anyone might have.
Yeah, please. If anyone else would like to add something, please go ahead.
My understanding was that Yadunandan Acharya, I'm loud, so I don't need that. Zoom. My understanding is that Yadunandan Acharya was actually facilitating Raghunath Goswami once.
In his escape?
Because otherwise the parents would never have allowed him. They only allowed him because the Guru was asking. And so in one sense, it's like a pastime where Yadunandan Acharya, he was helping Raghunath Goswami escape in one sense. And he got the mercy. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Shaligram Shila that he was wearing personally to Raghunath Goswami and asked him to go to Vrindavan and join Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami. And he followed that. And also the Bhagavatam that he had learned. Later on, he lived to be a very old man. All the other Goswamis relatively beloved early. When he was doing Bhagavatam recitations, and he really wanted to leave the material world. But he was given the assignment to stay long and to preach, and he was doing that in Vrindavan. So he actually made his life not only successful, he had a special role.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madhu. Thank you. I think we'll have to stop here now. Thank you, everyone. We have hard pressed for time today. So, Dahi Chida Festival ki, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Is that good one? Or should I use the? Oh, this is for the. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi ki. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki. Panihati Festival ki. Ki bajayo jayo Gorachande. Aroti Kashoba Ibajai Ibajayo Jayo Gorachande Aroti Kashoba Ibajai Tatavane Jagamanalo Vaja Dakhine Nitya Pame Gadadhara Chhatradharika Bosi Ashe Goracha Ratna Simhatare Bosi Arati kore na Brahma Adideva Gane Goranga Nara Hari Adi Kore Damaradulaya Nara Sanjaya Mugunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sanka Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatalo Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasalama O Shanka Baje Ganta Baje Malur 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 Baje Shanka Baje Ganta Baje Madur 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 Baje Madur 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 Baje Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujhala Baladeshe Banamala Kore Jalamala Shiva Sukhanarada Premigadagha Bhakti Nodadeke Bhorar Sambhada Jaga Janamana Loba. O Gorange Aroti Shobha, Jaga Janamana Loba. Jaga Janamana Loba. Haribo, 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 Itayora Haribo. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prachaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Nam Bhakti What? Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunavadi Pashyatadeshatarine Saraswati Devi Prabhupada Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Swami Jaya Jagannath, Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Swami Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Oh Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Pataya Gavatume. Oh Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Krishna. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Goranga. Oh, Nitai, 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 Nitai Goranga. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Go Premanandi.
Jai Om Sripad Paramahansa Parvati Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Sripad Paramahansa Parvati Shri Srimad Bhakti Saraswati Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Bhakti Vaishnava Brahmacharya Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasti Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna.
Do you need to go down? Do you need to go
Shri Gaur Gita Ki Jai. Lord Jagannath Baladev Jai. Panihati Festival Ki Jai. All glory to the assembled Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narashingaya. Namaste Narashingaya. Namaste Narashingaya. भगवान की भक्त प्रहलाद की
Hare Krishna, can I have screen sharing privileges, please?
Go and call Rasrat Road. Go and call Rasrat Road. After that, who is there?
She'll hand over to Rasa.
Hare Krishna, thank you all for the Panihati festival coming. And to now, Sanvi is going to give a quick presentation about all the parts. She will show in a PPT. You can see on the screen.
Sanvi, can you
Go ahead and share your screen.
Yep, can everybody see my screen? Okay, awesome. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to the Panihati Festival. The best part of the festival is about to start. As you're about to see, many devotees have worked for weeks on beautiful pots showing the glories of the Supreme Lord. The paintings are so lifelike that it feels like they can reach in and touch your soul. All glories to the devotees who painted 16 wonderful pots. And let me give you a chance to see it for yourself. Radhe Radhe. Govinda Nandini, the only source of transcendental pleasure for Sri Krishna. Haridas Var, the best among the servants of the Lord.
Krishna Sanvi, can you start from the beginning?
Yes. This is the first pot. Radhe Radhe. Govinda Nandini, the only source of transcendental pleasure for Sri Krishna. Haridas Varya, the best among the servants of the Lord. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Nitai Pad Kamala. Shankh Chakra Gada Padma. Sankirtan in Jharkhand. Power of the holy name. Govinda, who gives pleasure to cows. Tribangi Krishna, the all-attractive. Krishna Padravindam, the lotus feet of Krishna. Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. Vigna Vinashak Narsimadev, the ultimate protector. Subhadra, the bestower of bhakti. Damodar, the one who can't be bound, is bound by love. Gaurnavataru, the most merciful of all incarnations. Radha Natvar, the divine dancers. Here is the Chida Dahi Panihati Prasadam. Each pot contains all of these delicious prasadam items, which are prepared by our dedicated devotees. And I'm now going to turn it over to Madhav Gopal Prabhuji and Satendra Prabhu to begin the auction.
Hare Krishna. Check. Check, check. Can you hear me on Zoom? Can you get a thumbs up on Zoom? Good. Awesome. Thank you, Sanvi. Everyone can hear? Clearly hear? Okay. So thank you very much for joining here. Do you know how many people are on Zoom? Any idea, roughly? Huh? Oh, so 24. And I think we have around maybe 25 here. So we have 50, 60 devotees attending the program. So we are going to do the auction for the pot. And last year it was amazing success. As you heard in the class, you must have heard about the festival. This is one of the very merciful and beautiful festival it is. Lord Nityananda punishing Raghunath Das Thakur to do this festival. And when he was, not only when he was coming, he was taking the morsel and he was feeding Lord Chaitanya. So there was no better festival where, a devotee is forced to do devotion. So this is not about pot, this is about opening our heart and mind for the temple. I will start with a question. Do you know when we moved from our East Hartford temple to here, how much did we spend roughly for the temple? Anyone here on Zoom? Who is watching Zoom? Who is watching Zoom? Responses? Anyone? 200? 220,000. Any other guesses? Who is watching Zoom? Anyone watch? Raga Sindhu Prabhu said 150K. Someone said 400? 450,000. 750? Oh, the people who has insider information cannot tell.
Prabhu, finally you tell the right number and then they will pay the difference.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so Prabhu, you are on the hook now. Who paid the difference? No, so it's about the beauty of the festival. We were surprised last year how much attraction and how much devotion it went into, in the pot, right? There's a lot of beautiful work, but it's more than our devotees opening the heart and the mind for the temple. Actually, roughly, I think the temple cost was 450,000. I think just the initial
Upfront 450,000. Just to buy the property.
Just to buy the property. Now I will take another guess. We have done some renovation, kitchen. I know some people were even actually a little upset, right? The children couldn't come. Unfortunately, we have still the basement is in works. So we had a lot of constraints. So thank you everyone for cooperating. Any rough idea how much it has taken for us to renovate the kitchen, work on the basement? Again, no insider information to be shared. I just want to see the devotees who have been such a part, and those who are here, they can see the temple, our beautiful altar, and then hopefully you will see the kitchen soon and the basement soon. Any rough guesses? 225? 225. Anyone on the Zoom? Any guesses how much we have spent on just the renovation since we have taken? Can we hear from Zoom, or can we other people type? You can type. Means I think we have here who can communicate back to us, because last year we did full Zoom, so it was much easier. Right now it's hybrid. Some are here, some are on Zoom. So that's why I'm taking time to just let everyone ease in. So how do we interact? Anyone guessing on the Zoom? Here there was 200 something, 200 odd thousand.
Anyone else from the temple?
What's that?
250K.
250K.
There's a 220K, there's a 250K. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
So, okay, then Zoom, 250K. There's a number, 250K.
Okay, so Madhava, why don't you tell how much roughly we have spent?
Gary Prabhu.
Pyari Prabhu, the boss.
Well, so far, you're talking about just the kitchen?
No, after buying the temple, just the overall renovation.
Oh, wow, that's hard. Let's just say 220 plus probably maybe $340,000 for renovations, not to buy the temple.
Yeah, so that's almost like 700,000 to 800,000. So first of all, a huge big round of applause to all our congregation to come this far over years, and Pyari Prabhu and Mataji who have been persistent, and a lot of devotees who have helped us, right? It's so beautiful. I mean, what else we want in our life? Today our goal, I'm not going to put a big goal, but our goal is to at least build a called book center or a book room. I think more as a room, gift room and a book room. So, it can be, I think roughly maybe 25, 30,000 should do. I don't know, Madhav, any estimates we have on that?
Yeah, so far we spent almost $800,000 for this temple, buying the property and then renovation. So if you think about it, the whole reason why we all are here is because of who? Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.
So
Srila Prabhupada ki!
Prabhupada ki jai. So that's the whole reason why we came to know Krishna, we came to know ISKCON, because he established it. So the ultimate wish for Pyari Prabhu is to have a wonderful bookstore back of the temple. So for all the Prabhupada books. So the approximate price is around anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000, depending on how we're going to build it. It's not just going to be a wall. It's going to be the glass door and glass wall so that everybody can see what's inside. So that's another big project to undertake. But that's the ultimate goal.
Yes.
Achieve that, so you take over.
Yeah, no, anything. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm no Lord Nityananda. I cannot punish people for devotion, right? And get the mercy, but such a beautiful occasion. So we have 16 pots. We'll start with the first pot, and we'll start the auction. The pot number 1 is called Radhe Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe.
I will have Mataji's talk. These are the small ones, the cute ones. They're really beautiful. So Mataji, can you talk about it?
Yes.
Quickly.
So I need my.
Oh, do we have another mic? Okay. No, you keep one, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. This is done by Neela Mataji, daughter of Pyari Prabhu and Jiva Mataji. So Mataji can't be able to join, that's why I'm reading behalf of her. So the verse is, he glorifies Radharani, Takta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Haripriye. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavana. You are the daughter of Queen Vrishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. Shri Radhe ki jai.
Jai. So let's see. Oh,
Actually, this one was made by Neela's friend, Swargi.
Oh, it was made by Neela Mataji's friend,
Swargi, yeah.
Swargi. Oh, Haribo! Okay, let's see who breaks the ice, if we call in the English. Zoom, anyone watching? Yeah, Zoom is the key. Last time we did everything on Zoom. Anyone for the first part? What can you do with these pots? They are multi-purpose pot. First, you can have the prasadam. Then you can plant a tulsi. Or Pyari Prabhu can give you the idea. Just follow that. Never ever say no to him. Yes, Prabhu.
We have a $25 bid on this.
Haribo.
On Zoom.
300. Ganpati Govind Das Prabhu. Hari 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 Bol. 300. I'm going to go fast. Looks like this is going to go fast.
So the idea is for many devotees to get, these gifts, obviously. So
Yeah, it's a Chida Dahi, right? Like the chipped rice and the curd, which is famous, Makar Sankranti we do in the North India. It's and in South, I forget, Pongal, right? Anyone else?
300 going once.
300 going once, 300 going twice, and 300 going to Ganapati Govindas Prabhu. Hari 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 Bo! Radhe Radhe. It has, Chida Dahi, blueberry, Chida Dahi. It's called Chivda in Bengal, Chuda in Bihar, UP. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hari Hari Bol. Okay, let's move to part 2. It's very hot here, so we're going to move fast. The name of the second part is Govinda Nandini. So Mataji, you want to just quickly talk about it? Oh, this is so beautiful, orange color.
So this is also done by Neela Mataji.
Swargi.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mataji. So the verse goes like for glorifying again Radharani. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva, Sarvakanta Shiromani. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda. And she is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be all and end all of Govinda and the crushed jewel of all his concerts. Shri Radharani ki.
Yay. Haribol, Haribol. Do we have already or have to ask? Now, anyone for Govinda Nandini part? Yes, those who have been to Vrindavan, they must have seen written this Sri Radha everywhere. Because actually in Vrindavan, Radha is prayed more than Krishna, because Krishna ji left Vrindavan, so he's called Ranchor. So people of Vrindavan actually pray to Radharani, and you will see this. And those who have not been to Vrindavan, you will see this almost on every wall. There is no wall which doesn't have this Sri Radha sign on that. Anyone for this part? There are only 16 parts, so 1/16 is gone. That 6%, 6.few% is gone.
Bhakti Siddhanta said the only reason we're interested in Krishna is because of Radha.
So Pari Prabhu said, the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says, the only reason we are interested in Krishna is because of Srimati Radharani. Raga Sindhu Prabhu says $21. Hari Hari Bol. $31. 51 on the floor here. 51. Fast. Look, I'm going to do like car auction. 51. 71. 100. You can wink your eyes, you can just flap your finger. Anyone has to be in the car auction, they talk like this. 100. Going once. Going twice. Your name, Prabhuji? Pratap Prabhu. There is mask, so I can't recognize other than anyone other than Pyari Prabhu because he has very little hair. Still has hair. A lot of people don't have hair. So for Pratap Prabhu, it goes to $100. Govinda Nandini, Hari 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 Bo. May Radharani bless you, Pratap Prabhu. Okay, so we're going to move to part number 3. The name of the part is Shaligram. And I will have Mataji explain about the pot a little bit.
Yes. So here is the Shaligram painted by Neela Mataji. So there is a verse in Govinda Damodar Madhaviti written by Bilumanga Thakur.
Oh.
Govinda Hare Murare, Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna, Govinda Govinda Ratanga Pane, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. O Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Murari, O Govinda, Govinda, Mukunda, Krishna, O Govinda, Govinda, O holder of the chariot wheel, O Govinda, O Damodara, O Madhava. So there is a Tulsi behind that one. Wherever Shaligram is there, Tulsi is there. And wherever Tulsi is there, Shaligram is there, like that. So Tulsi prayer is, we already everyday chants, Vrundaye Tulsi Deviyaye, Priyaye Keshavashacha, Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi, Satyavate Namo Namaha. I offer my repeated obeisances unto Vrunda, Srimati Tulsi Devi, who is very dear to Lord Keshava. O Goddess, you bestow devotional service to Krishna and you possess the highest truth. Shri Shri Vrunda Devi ki
Jai.
Shaligram Shiva ki
Jai.
And who painted this part?
Actually, this time it was Neela Mataji.
Okay, very cool.
So we give full credit to Neela Mataji, who is not here. So, okay. Yes, Prabhu. 101 from?
101.
From? Nanda Gopal Prabhu. Hari 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 Bol.
31 somebody there.
Now 31 was there, but I do want to tell who was bidding. So
111.
111 from Dulal Krishna Prabhu.
151.
151 from Sujata Mataji. Shuddha Devi. No, sorry. Sudevi Priya Mataji. No, Mataji, I can put your name every time. I will put $1 million, Sudevi Priya Mataji.
175 Nanda Gopal.
175, Nanda Gopal Prabhu.
Nanda Gopal Prabhu don't understand who is fighting with.
Nanda Gopal, you are underestimating the power of, you know, the women have the 85% of the purchasing power of the world. Men only have 15%. So, and the children will force the, where are the children? Anyone? So, how much we are at? Hundreds? 175. Hundreds.
$200.
Sudevi Priya Mataji, 200, and I will do the $1. $201. 251. Hari Hari Bol. Are you married, Prabhu? No wonder you still have the purchasing power. $251. Going once, going twice, and Nanda Gopal Prabhu. Hari 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 Bol. $251.
Prabhu, is this third or fourth part?
This was the third part.
This is the third part. Hari Bol!
Hari Hari Bol.
Prabhu!
Anyone keeping account how much we are at?
Yes.
How much is Mataji? Total? Yeah, we are at 700. So we long way to go. So pot number 4 is?
You are just short of $49,300.
Exactly, just short of $49,300. $1 I will give, so $299. Pot number 4 is Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. Shri Shri Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra Rani Devi ki. Oh, there are 2 pots?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You get 2. I didn't even know that.
Twin pots.
Twin pots.
And done by Neela Mataji. And Neelachala Nivasaya, Nityaya Paramatmane, Balabhadra Subhadravyam, Jagannathaya Te Namaha. I offer my humble prostrated obeisances to the internal supreme power Sri Jagannath, the super soul of all living entities, who resides with his divine elder brother Sri Balabhadra and little sister Sri Devi Subhadra in the most holy abode of Neelachal. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki.
Yeah. Haribol. Any starters?
$101.
Sudevi Priya Mataji, $101.
Hari Bol!
Hari Haribol. While you think, I will tell a quick story. Last year, just before COVID, I went to Puri, and right after the Rath Yatra, everything was blocked. Everyone said, don't go, you cannot reach there. I reached there 10 o'clock night when Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Devi Subhadra comes back to the temple. Actually, they stay outside the temple. I didn't know that. And while people were coming, I was going. I go there, and I can see them on the Rath right there, like right in front. And then a pujari comes and says, do you want to do the Bhoga Arti? I was like, really? I'm like, yes. And we were so fortunate, we were able to do the Bhog Aarti. And actually, I brought the prasadam that time here. So it's amazing design where everyone was saying, you cannot go, the cars cannot go, there are no hotels, there's no traffic. And we just landed, I didn't even know. And we were able to not only have darshan, like right there, but able to do the Bhog, and the Bhog is very grand there, Bhog Aarti. And next day is called Shon Besa, where Lord Jagannath Baldev and Devi Subhadra is decorated by gold. I think 350 kg of gold, if I remember correctly, something like that. I just thought I will share that. That was just mind-boggling for me. So 151. Hari Bol. 201. Anyone? Zoom is losing. 201. 201.5. Who is that? Raga Sindhu Prabhu. 201.5.
50 cents more than
Okay. Anyone else?
210.
210. No, I'm okay. I'm going to change rules now. Yeah, no, it's okay. 210.
251.
251. Sudevi Priya Mataji.
So the person who is going to get this part allowed to sell one half of it?
Yes. You can check one, and then you can.
Keep one in your house and give one to some special person in your life, a relative, and they have them both the same house.
So Tari Prabhu is saying it's a multi, again, this is a multi-purpose square. You have two pots, you can have both. You can share one with your friends, family, and relatives and have the mercy be there. So he was just saying that you can do many things. So 251, is that right? There are 251? No, 251. Don't reduce it, please. If you want to increase, I'm all good.
Who is that? Sudevi Priya Mataji. Still right?
Sudevi Priya Mataji.
Going once.
Twice. And to Sudevi Priya Mataji. Hari, 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 Bo. May Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra bless you, Mataji. Thank you very much. So the pot number, we keep going. I need someone here to keep moving the pots. So next pot is Nitai Padakamala. So Mataji, you want to quickly talk about this is painted by Bhakti Academy of Connecticut. So I will have Mataji just talk about the painting, decoration, and the context.
Shantam Das Thakur says in one bhajan.
Shantam Das Thakur says in one bhajan, Nitai Padakamala, Koti Chandra Shushitala. So the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are a shelter where one will get the shooting moonlight not only of one but of millions of moons. This is the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda.
Wow. That's so beautiful. Lord Nityananda is so merciful. And she said, it can work too, both words can work, soothing and shooting. Both will work with the mercy. So,
what is the count, Prabhu?
This is the fifth one.
Fifth one. So it looks like the pots are getting
bigger. Yes, pots are increasing in size. Anyone on Zoom? I just don't want the online people to miss out. Last year we did everything on Zoom. Raga Sindhu Prabhu 51. Raga Sindhu Prabhu, you cannot go down. Last time you bid, you start from there. There's no cheating, Raga Sindhu Prabhu. You're listening to me? Omyo Prabhu 201. Hari Hari Bol. Oh wow, this is so special. The Bhakti Academy kids, they have painted this. Who are those kids, Mataji?
Manyata.
Manyata.
Vrinda and Tulsi.
Vrinda and Tulsi.
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Advika.
Advika.
Aditya.
Aditya. Those who painted the pots, can you just quickly come? Here, yeah, some of you who are here, just come to the camera. Wow, this is so beautiful. Okay, we are going to auction them too. Please take them with the pots. You can have more pots. See, you buy one pot, you get one pot. You buy the producer, they can keep producing pots. Anyone? Thank you. Sit down, or you will say the name of the final bidder. Anyone? How much we are at?
No, 201.
201 is Omyo Prabhu.
Yeah.
This is Lord Nityananda. This has Chida Dahi, blueberry, grapes, papaya, laddus, pineapple. And how it will be? Will it be delivered to the devotees who are on the Zoom?
Yes, today.
Okay, tonight it will be delivered to you at your homes if you're wondering how to get it. Anyone else other than Omyo Prabhu?
So there is a message on Zoom chat. Chris Prabhu is saying whoever is going to buy that, he will add $100.
Oh, wow. So whoever is going to get it, he will add $100 to that?
Yes.
A pot costs $100.
Wow.
Haribo.
Okay.
Chris.
Accidentally.
So you're still at 201?
Because I think he misunderstood chipped rice. He chipped the pot.
Oh, because it chipped the pot. Yes, there's a little chip on the pot. I think that's perfect for the occasion. If someone says, why the pot is chipped? Because it was a chipped rice festival.
Yes.
Beautiful, man. That was creative genius. So with Omyo Prabhu, $201 going once,
Going twice.
going twice, and you guys going to say it. Who gets the pot?
And sold to Omyo Prabhu for $201. Haribo!
Haribo!
Definitely high school internship.
Very nice.
Auto sales.
Auto sales. Okay, please have a seat.
Good voice.
Thank you very much. Very good voice, very beautiful painting. We are moving to pot number 6, which is called Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Oh, wow. Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma, all the 4 bhujas. So, Mataji, please.
This part is done by Neela Mataji. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs to Sanatana Goswami, he says, Vasudeva, Gada, Shankha, Chakra, Padma, Dhara. This means in his lower right hand, Lord Vasudeva holds a club. In the upper right hand, he holds Pancham. In the upper left hand, a disc. And in the lower left hand, a lotus flower. So all the weapons of the Lord.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Wow, that's so beautiful. Can you bring the lotus, Mataji? Wow. That's a fine piece of art. All 4 of you. Anyone here on Zoom? Any interest?
101 penny.
101 times 10 to the power 10 pennies from Dulal Krishna Prabhu. No. Anyone?
151.
Jiva Mataji, $151. Hari Hari Bol. 151. $201. Hari 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 Bol.
Pot you put in your house to give you all protection.
If you, Sari Prabhu is saying, if you keep that pot in your house, it will give you all protection. No more guns. Shankh, Padma, Chakra, and Vraja. Hari 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 Bol. Really, there is no better protection than merciful protection, right? Whether it's a material protection or a spiritual protection. So, where you are? 201, Mataji? 201. Anyone else?
251.
Jiva Mataji, 251.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Raga Sindhu was 201 10 cents.
Raga Sindhu Prabhu, I will come and take your car, steal it. I know where you live. And then you will pay me auction of just taking your own car back. $201, 10 cents.
So $251.
251, sorry, I forgot.
And $251.
251. Okay. Because I really love Jiva Mataji. I will tell you why. When I was going to Vrindavan, being in India, I never went to Vrindavan. And when we were going to Vrindavan, hold on, is there any bit?
Yeah, 275.
Which? Bharadwaj family, $275. Hari Hari Bol. So let me just share this quick story. So we were going to Vrindavan, me, Darsh, and my wife. As you know, Darsh has a very life-threatening medical condition. We never thought we will ever travel because of he needed transfusion every few weeks. But we decided to go. And first place we wanted to go is Vrindavan. So Jiva Mataji said, Satyendra, if you go to Vrindavan, children, can you please keep quiet? That was the rule. Otherwise, everyone pays $1 million. Go find out how many zeros are in a million. So Jiva Mataji said, Satyendra, when you go there, don't look at the city. Go and look at Vrindavan. Go see Vrindavan. And I cannot tell you the experience. We did not see the streets. We couldn't even see the gullies. We literally, I'm getting goosebumps. We just saw Vrindavan. And we got so fortunate. There is a book at our ISKCON guest house. It talks about every little place in Vraja. And we found a very old pujari who knew every piece. It was just so like miraculous. And then we went in not only Vrindavan, in all the different places outside Vrindavan, from Barsana but all the different places. And I cannot tell you that experience, what Mataji did, because if that word was not spoken, I think I would have just gone to Vrindavan, not to the Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the only place on the earth which is actually what exists here and exists there. It's called quantum, the same places existing in two places. So Vrindavan is that. If you ever go again, and just remember Jiva Mataji's words. So I really like Mataji. If no one else is bidding, the spot will go to you. Oh, someone else?
275.
Oh, 275. Bharadwaj family, I forgot.
Bharadwaj family, 275.
Anyone else? Okay.
$280.
280. Malati Priya Mataji, 280. Raga Sindhu Prabhu, 280.001. Okay, so looks like it's going to go to Malati Priya Mataji with $280.
301.
301, Raga Sindhu Prabhu, $301. Madhav Gopal Prabhu, if it is going to your family, I will let you do the Haribol. But let's see how far you stay in the race.
Bharadwaj family, 291.
No, we already 300, we have 301.
Oh, Raga Sindhu, 301. Okay, the message came. A little late.
301, Raga Sindhu Prabhu. Going once, going twice, and Raga Sindhu Prabhu.
310, Bharadwaj family.
Bharadwaj family, 310. Okay, so looks like, I know Bharadwaj family. I know Manish Prabhu long time. When he puts his mind on something, it's very hard to, I know him, decades. So Bharadwaj family is at 310. I don't know, and I think Sanvi is far more powerful. So 310, going to Bharadwaj family once, twice.
325.
325. So there you go, Mataji. Now we are talking. It has been very boring for me, just so you know.
Let's see Farmington versus Cheshire now.
Yes. Farmington versus Cheshire, one with the lake, one is a little bit.
Going to put all these cards, but
Mataji, always give it to me. We are always there to serve you.
at least I'll try.
We live in Farmington, so you can still stay in Farmington and will not cross the town border line. $325. So Devi Priya Mataji.
Going once.
Twice.
$351 from Bharadwaj family.
351. Hari, 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 Hari Bol. Hari Prabhu is very excited. He's saying Hari Bol. You might not be able to hear him. I'm just a translator. I can't have his voice.
Bharadwaj family, $351. Going once.
Twice.
Twice.
And
For Bharadwaj family.
Hari Bol. Okay, so we are quickly going to move to pot number 7. Oh, this is beautiful name. Sankirtan in Jharikhand. So what is the Sankirtan in Jharikhand? Is there a context?
Jharkhand forest.
Huh? Oh, Jharkhand forest. Okay.
Mahaprabhu was dancing and he made all the animals into a tiger dance for the kirtan. That's fast and depicted here beautifully.
Before Mataji speak, let me tell you, this is really, really amazing. It has okra, poha, curd, cumin seeds, mustard seed, hing, peanut oil, green chili, curry leaves, coriander, turmeric, red chili, and I see avocado, right?
Yeah, you have avocado salads.
Avocado salads, pakoras, sprouts. My God! Wow.
Who made the top?
Veena Mataji made.
This was I forgot. This was made by Veena
Let me give
Mataji.
the description. So Veena Mataji made the part. She can't. She's in the call, but she asked me. She's not well. Her voice is not good. So the pastime behind the part is on his way to Vrindavan, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed through the forest of Jharkhand. When Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Chant Krishna, Krishna," the tigers, deer, and elephants began to chant Krishna and dance. When all the tigers and deer danced and jumped, Balabhadra Bhattacharya saw them and was struck with wonder. That we can see in the part. When the Lord loudly chanted Hari Bol, the trees and creepers became jubilant to hear him. Thus all the living entities in the forest became maddened by hearing the holy name of Lord Krishna, vibrated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hari Bol.
We have 3 bids, 50, 51, and 52 by Chris Prabhu, Raka Sindhu Prabhu, and Chris Prabhu.
$501.
501. Sudevi Priya Mataji. Yeah, I'm still surprised we haven't gone in thousands yet.
I'm just trying to read.
Yeah.
510 by Chris.
510 by Chris Prabhu. Haribo. Chris Prabhu. 510. Wow, this painting is really nice, full blown. You can see, I don't know if it's so clear on the zoom, but it's the tigers and the elephants and the birds.
Again, who painted this?
Veena Mataji.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about the pot, right? What I was said in the beginning, this is for us to, whatever, I don't even like to call it auction, right? This is more, it's a way of worshipping and prayer and service, right?
So these pots have Mahaprasadam that was offered. And
Yeah.
it's just a little exchange from the temple to give to the devotees. But at the same time, we have a small objective.
Yes.
We spent a lot of money towards this temple to bring together all the congregation. I think it's worth spending 10% of whatever we spent so far for this temple and for Gaur-Nita and for Krishna towards Prabhupada. 800,000, 10% is 80,000. That's not even that, just 5%, 40,000, then we can build a temple for Prabhupada's books. That's the small goal.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Prabhu. Ms. Prabhupada gave only one task, if I am not as knowledgeable, distribute the books. So I think other than prayer and arati and worshipping, that's the most powerful tool of expanding the Krishna consciousness. So I completely agree. Anyone? Right now, where are we on this one? What's that? 510.
525.
525. So Devi Priya Mataji.
Devi Priya Mataji, 525.
So those who have been hesitant, thinking, please see as a service to the, Prabhupada's cause.
This is 7th part or 8th part?
This is the 7th. So we are running out now, right? So 7th is 7, so we have only 16. So anyone else? Otherwise, we will go with, we are at?
525.
We are running out of parts. 500?
And $25 from Sudevi Priya Mataji.
$525. So Devi Priya Mataji.
Going once. Going twice.
No, I think Zoom is not working, looks like this year. Because last year Zoom was really fast.
It will work because I think some of the devotees are waiting for the 10 to
The
12.
last one could be it can go to $1 million. Like if we keep like.
Because they're watching, the parts are getting better, the arts are getting
Oh, Chris Prabhu is,
more complicated.
Chris Prabhu is saying Zoom is working. His people's fingers are not working. Please use your hands, finger, mouth can do too.
Yes. And this part goes to
So, Sudevi Priya Mataji for $525. Hari, 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 Bo.
Give the pot to Murlivadat Prabhu. He's a planter, so he can plant something nice.
Wow.
very nice.
So, Hari Bol. So actually Sudevi Priya Mataji is gifting this pot to Murli Vadika Prabhuji because he can do gardening, he can eat the plants, and he can grow plants too. Hari Hari Bol. So let's move to the pot number 8. The name of the pot is Govinda. Okay, there's nothing much to be said about that name.
This is done by Venki Prabhu. Let's wait, whether he come on the screen and read what you want to say.
Venki Prabhu, are you on Zoom? Do you want to talk about it?
No, he's not there. I got it. So this is the Govinda part. So there is a verse in Govinda Vadipurusham, Brahma Samhita. Vedam Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayatasham Barhavatam Samasitambuda Sundarangam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with a head decked with peacock's feathers, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. She should go in that E.
Yeah. Mataji, where we are in total? How much? Okay, so we are at the 8th pot. We only have 2,000. 179. Chris Prabhu, $100. Hari Hari Bol. Wow, actually it says a shloka also, Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Govinda Madhavi. 151. Padma Lochini Mataji.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Chris Prabhu, $160. Yes, Madhav Prabhu, please take it. Let's see Madhav Prabhu how much he can raise for this pot. Challenge to you, Madhav Prabhu. 251. Hari Bol from Janak Prabhu.
$251 from Janak Prabhu. $260 on Zoom chat from Chris Prabhu. $260.
Chris Prabhu.
Chris.
Somehow I like this bhajan so much. Anyone else? 260. Chris Prabhu going once.
275.
Padma Lochini Mataji. 275. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. $275 from the temple. Let's see if Zoom can win that.
There's a lot of laddus here. If anyone who is more keen of
Laddus are separate.
Oh, laddus are separate. A lot of laddus in there. Okay, so looks like.
So where are we right now? $275 from Padma Lochini Mataji.
275 for Padma Lochini Mataji. Going once. Going twice.
How much for just the food?
So somebody's asking how much for just the food. I think that's Chris.
So Chris Prabhu, you can have the pot and the food too. Easy way. Nandagopal Prabhu. So how much for the food? Nandagopal Prabhu says $1,500 just for the food. Please don't buy the pot, just take the food. And I will have the pot. So we are going with $275 to Padma Lochini Mataji Hari 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 Bo. It's heavier than Padmalochini Mataji, just so you know.
That's what Chris wanted.
That's why Chris wanted the food. So next one is Tribhangi Krishna. So it's painted by Annapurna Mataji. I don't know whether she's here.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I am there. Yes, Prabhu, I am there. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, this is about Tribhangi Krishna. They say that the Tribhangi Krishna
Hold
motif
on, Mataji. We cannot hear you clearly. Just give us a second. Technical difficulties. Please wait. Please hold.
Okay.
Say check. Don't speak the thing. Just say check.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, can we just everybody stay quiet so we can hear her? Go ahead. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The pot which I painted is about Tribhangi Krishna. They say that when you see the Tribhangi Krishna at the bank of Yamuna, you won't be able to see him completely, because once you see him in that position in the banks of Yamuna, like you will have salvation after that. So I tried to show that scene in my pot. Rupa Goswami quotes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Smeram Bhangitraya Parichitam Sachi Vistirna Drishtim Vamshi Nyastadhara Kishalayam Ujwalam Chandrakena Govindakhyam Haritanum Itah Keshi Tirthopakante Ma Prekshithas Thavayadi Sakhe Bandhus Sange Stirangaha. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached to your worldly friends, do not look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of the Yamuna at Keshi Ghata. Casting sidelong glances, he places his flute to his lips, which seem like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in 3 places, appears very bright in the moonlight. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, the voice was not very clear, so I'm just going to read it, and maybe Nandagopal Prabhu can, just read the text, and Nandagopal Prabhu, you can summarize what Mataji was trying to say.
So thank you, Annapurna Mataji. So due to some technical issues, we can't hear you, but I'll repeat it. So this part represents a verse from in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So I'll read the translation. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached to your worldly friends, do not look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of the Yamuna at Keshi Ghata. Casting sidelong glances, he places his flute on his lips, which seem like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in 3 places, appears very bright in the moonlight. See, the all attractive Krishna ki jai.
Jai. So let me just see before people think the other earning. Okay. So the Gopi who is trying to see Krishna, who is in the Tribhanga pose with his flute. Yeah, it's beautiful. Anyone? Yet? 200? Kirti Shri, 200. Haribo! Malti Priya Mataji, 225. Hari Prabhu is saying Haribol. Anyone else want to say Haribol? Just do it. That is free. Saying Haribol is free. Haribol!
If you want to hear everyone else saying Hari Bol, bit higher.
Yeah, if you want to, okay. Oh, there's a cost for if you want to hear other ones say Haribol. Then you have to bid higher. Kirti Shri, 245. Haribol! Okay. $245.
$245.
AP Shri. Anyone else? This is the actually 9th part. So we only have 7 left after this.
So what is the significance of this part? I missed it.
So it's a Tribhangi, right? So Krishna has this 3,
Pendant,
3, yeah. And the gopis are trying to look at him.
And who painted this part?
This was painted by Annapurna Mataji, who is not here. I think she tried to speak, but we couldn't hear very clearly. She actually gave a beautiful explanation afterwards. So I think we are going to go with Shri Kirti, right? Oh, Kirti Shri. Okay. Shri means Lakshmi, right? So 245? Is that right?
Yep.
Going once. Going twice.
275.
Malati Priya Mataji, 275.
300.
300. Whoa, that was a fire back from Kirti Shri. That was fast and furious. 300. Okay, now that is bringing little energy in me. I was going down. 300. 300. Anyone else? This is the 9th part. 300. Anyone here? Zoom.
325.
Malati Priya Mataji, 325. Man, this is really beautiful. The whole part is painted from top to bottom. There's sky, there's woods, flower, beautiful Krishna, gopis. So 325. 325, Malati Priya Mataji. Going once. 350. Kirti Shri only, right? I just want to check whether who gets the credit. Kirti Shri, 350. I think her budget was over, so the project manager provided more funds. 350. 350.
$350.
This looks like it's
Shri going once.
375.
375. Haribol. 400. Okay, now we are talking. Go, yeah, 400. 400. The Tribhangi Krishna, the all attractive. 400.
425.
425. 425. Hari, 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 bol. Anyone? Those who are going, sleeping at home, please wake up. 425. 425. 425. Who is at 425? Malati Priya Mataji. Okay. 445? No, 425? Okay. Okay, so I see there is some soul searching going on, battle between heart and mind and the purse going on. So it's okay, it's all good. Heart, mind, and purse. Yes. So we are at 445, right?
425.
Oh, 425, and it's going to go to going once, going twice.
425.
445 or 425?
425.
He says saying 445.
425.
You guys first go fight it outside and then come back.
No, 45. That's good. 45.
But he will not get dinner tonight. Prabhuji, you can eat in the temple tonight. Okay, no worries. Okay, so with that, it goes to Malati Priya Mataji, whether they can figure out 425 or 445. So, Hari Hari Bol. So then, oh wow, the next one is the next one is Krishna Pada Aravindam, the lotus feet of Krishna. Oh wow, the blue color. Okay, Mataji, go ahead, please.
This part is done by Sunita Mataji. So, on behalf of her, I am reading this. So, there is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. Shrunvanti gayanti grunanti adishnataha
स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तवेहितं जना त एव पश्यन्ति अचिरेण तावकं भवप्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम्. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your transcendental activities are take pleasure in others doing so. Certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so this is the 10th one, the lotus feet of Krishna. I saw the lotus feet and I see the Shri Shukha, the parrot. The two parrots.
And who painted this?
Sunita Mataji. Are you here, Sunita Mataji? No?
Yes,
She's on
Prabhu.
Zoom.
Krishna Prabhuji, I'm here.
At least she can.
He's on the Zoom,
But can we bring her like on the?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji. So actually, unfortunately, the voice is coming very feeble from Zoom to in the temple room. So. Oh yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol for Mataji. So anyone? Yet?
$426 by Raga Sindhu Prabhu.
Raga Sindhu Prabhu, $426. Hari 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 Bol. Krishna Pada Aravindam. $426. Anyone else? $426. Okay, so I think I'm going to move on fast then. This is the 10th part.
So tell me,
Sorry.
Prabhu, how about you bidding some yourself? Or are you saving the best for last?
I will see. So,
He is waiting for the bid to go above 1,000. Then he will start.
so it's $426 from Raga Sindhu Prabhu, going once, going twice, $426. And with that, it goes to Raga Sindhu Prabhu. Hari 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 Bo. So the next part, so Raga Sindhu Prabhu, it will be delivered to you. The next part name is Shri 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 Jagannath. Hari 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 Bol. This is painted by Pritish Prabhu and Neha Mataji. Are you here or you're in Zoom?
No, they're in Zoom, but they can't speak. So
At least we can see them. Yeah.
yeah. So Shri Jagannatha Neeladri Shiro Mukta Ratnahe Daru Brahman Ganashyama Prasida Purushottama. This is written by Srila Sanatana Goswami in Krishna Leela. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Jagannatha, crown jewel on the head of the blue mountain. O Supreme Truth in a wooden form, O dark blue Lord, please be merciful to me. Shri Jagannath ki jai.
Jai. Mother Gopal Prabhu, you try this time. See if you can inspire.
$1.
$1 from Chaitanya. Hari Bol. Kirti Shri, 100. Hari Bol.
$100.01.
No, not accepted.
So Chandra Prabhu, Mother Jiva said, who painted?
This was painted by Pritish Prabhu and Neha Mataji. Maybe if you can bring them on the camera at least. But so we are at $100.
Chris is having some challenge bidding. His wife is giving him a hard time.
Oh, is it? Chris, you can come stay at us, our home, till it cools down.
Chris Prabhu, try to be bold.
You are beautiful already. 100.
101.
101. Chaitanya. Hari Hari Bol. 150. Hari Bol.
151.
151.
Hari Bol.
165. Hari Bol.
166.
Not allowed.
170.
Okay, allowed. Hari Bol. 170.
200.
200. I like her more. 200. Haribo.
She's more experienced in bidding.
Yeah, she is more experienced than you in bidding.
So he's bidding without his parents around. You see, did you notice that?
That's true. You're taking huge risk, okay? You can stay at my home too till it cools down, okay? 200.
You're gonna have a full house.
Yeah, I'm going to have full house. As long as you bid, you know, I'm all good. You can stay at my home. Take over my home. 250. Prabhu, is your name? Sumant? Sumant Prabhu, 250. Hari Hari Bol. 300. 300. Kirti Shri, Hari Bol. I know people are little feeling down that we are not able to raise like last year, but this is how I look at this. This is not a competition. This is devotion, this is service. So please don't feel pressured or anything. It's whatever we do is all good. So, you know, we have come a long way. It took us, how many years? 30 years, right? You have been, so I remember putting a small, at the old temple, we had a thermometer. 40 years, we had a thermometer, and we had, when I came, it was $12,000 or $32,000 was the amount we had, right? So I have been coming here since 2001. So we have waited for 20 years. So if it takes another 3 years to make, please don't feel pressured or anything. This is just, we want to make it fun. We want to make it real, and this is for us, right? This is not for anyone else. This is just for us. So it's okay. So where are we? 200, sorry. Oh, $300 by Kirti. Hari Hari Bol. Okay, so we are going to go with $300 going once. Kirti is like holding her breath. Are you going to be okay if I prolong the decision? She's like, what the prolong means. 300 going once.
$301.
Okay, I will accept that one. $301. Chaitanya.
315.
315. Yes, Chaitanya, that's a smart strategy. I like it. 315.
$350.
No, 15.
Yeah, 15, right?
15.
Yeah, $315. Kirti Street. Oh,
No.
no.
Kirti.
Kirti.
He's losing already.
Chaitanya goes by 1 cent or $1.
If you see it's an odd number and ends with 1, that must be Chaitanya. 315 going once, going twice, and gone. Hari 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 Bol.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Look there, look there, look there, look there, look there. Finally. Okay, so this is, we have only 4 pots left. And the pot name is Vigna Vinashak Shri 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 Lord Nrsimha Dev. Hari Bol. At least we can, let's not be downing about the, forget the Lakshmi part. Such a devotion, such pure creation. Let's enjoy that. Like the heart and soul has gone in painting, right? We can certainly enjoy that. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, sorry. It was.
This is painted by Venki Prabhu.
Venki Prabhu. Okay, go ahead, Mataji, please.
So,
Yeah.
he wrote a verse backside, so I want to read the verse. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvadomukam Nrsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamiham. May my head be protected by the moon-colored one, who is the greatest among humans. My obeisances unto the ferocious and powerful, the great Vishnu, the fairy one, whose faces are on all sides, the fearful one, Nrsimha, who causes the death of even this personified. Shri Shri Vignavinashak Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki.
Jai Hari Hari Bol.
This is
Jai
more.
Radhe Mataji, 151.
Oh?
Jai Radhe Mataji.
Jai Radhe Mataji, 151.
51.
Is this the mic?
Yeah, you stay with that mic, Prabhu. They're switching the mic in the computer. Which one is feeding the audio to the Zoom?
I just want to thank the devotees for this. Is not easy to do hybrid.
Yeah,
thank you.
See, we also understand, Shingadev is not forgiving, so that's what's happening.
Can you hear us now? Thumbs up, one thumbs up if you can hear us. Haribol. Can you see us?
Okay.
Can you see us? Okay, good. So we are at.
See us and they can hear.
So we are at.
We're back in business.
Where is my main bidder went? Oh, she's here. Oh, you don't go. I got heart attack. I'm like, bidder ran away.
So where are we right now?
345.
345. Kirti.
346.
No, you have to go up. Remember Pyari Prabhu rule 10. You know how to. If you don't know how to add, I will help you. 346. 345, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
It doesn't have any value.
346. Advika. Hari Hari Bol.
$346 from Advika.
Anyone else?
350.
350 from Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Hari Bol.
Don't raise it.
Please don't go. I think they will figure out. They can say something.
I think it'll be a better option if we just invite the kids.
Yeah, I think we have to invite the kids. Parents have gotten way too material.
So they'll get a surprise at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably hear what you're doing. Then you can adjust.
But I don't know if they can hear us. Okay, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
So you said, yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. You stay forward. You don't move. Okay. So it's a 350 Chaitanya. Anyone else on Zoom in the room here? Okay, we are going to go once.
351. Chaitanya, would you like to outbid yourself?
You want to outbid yourself.
Oh, my
There are not many people who can beat themselves.
315 by Jai Radhe Mataji. 315.
No, we were already, he said we were at 350.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's see, because maybe they couldn't hear us probably. Oh, so devotees on Zoom, we are only at $351 by Sri Chaitanya.
Yeah. Yeah, so 351.
Okay. Wallaby, no.
No.
Okay, we're just giving this. Okay.
Anyone else?
So we're at $351.
Let's go to different time because I know technical difficulties. 351.
$360.
Yeah, just so you know, last time, Mataji saying Lord Narasimha went for 2,000 something. 2,000. That's okay. Yeah.
Pandemic effect.
Pandemic effect.
So $360 from Sudevi Priyamadaji.
360 from Sudevi Priya Mataji. $360. Sudevi Priya Mataji. Going once. 365. Already outbid here. 370.
370. Who said 370?
Advika.
Advika.
$370.
Okay, so Bharatwaj family, $371.
Bharadwaj family, 370.
$380. Nandigadev.
From Advika.
$380.
91 by Bharat.
391 from Mani family.
391 for Bharadwaj family. 391.
$391.
$400 from
$400.
Go Advika. $400.
400.
400. 400.
411 by Bharatwaj family.
411. 455 from Advika.
The dad is moving a little closer to Advika. $455 from Advika for Ashnigadev.
455.
$475 from Bharatwaj family.
475. Advika. Decision time. Crunch time. 475. No pressure.
Don't start with the 4.
485. 485. 485.
$485.
Now I'm getting tired. My legs are hurting. 480. 485. Sorry.
$485. Okay, so they're saying we cannot hear properly. I don't know which way is not working. Prabhu, can you hear us? Can you hear me? So okay, they're saying yes.
485.
Can you talk? Maybe they cannot hear you. Your battery is running out. Maybe I'll give you this way.
Let me check. Can you hear me? Yes. What did I say? 485. And if you take the number, someone 485. Yeah, so they can hear me. Oh, it's muffled though. Okay, so give me the other mic, Prabhu. Prabhu, you go ahead. You continue, Prabhu. 485. They can hear you better, I think.
Okay. Auto power up again. It is muffled and auto power up again. That's what Bharatwaj family is telling us.
Let's see if we can get some response from Zoom. Only way I will accept a response if the bid goes higher. Prabhu, can you hear us on Zoom? Can you hear me? This is Satendra speaking. Can you hear me? Okay, we're getting a yes. Okay, so $485. The current bid. 485. Chris Prabhu, take a walk and come back. Or there's an alternative. 485. He's worried about taking the 485. $485. Going once is 627. So who bid? 501. 501 from Bharatwaj family. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. You're at $501. It says Max. Where is his peer? Who is Max? I think it's time that Mother will go on the here. Starting with him. So 501. All my bidders, all my warriors. Warriors, do not miss me. 501. Okay. Oh, they give enough. Okay, so with that, going once, going twice, and Lord Shimadev goes to Bharadwaj family. Hari. Thank you very much, Prabhu and Mataji. Hari. So the 13th, part number 13, called Subhadra, bestower of Bhakti. So how many more we have, Prabhu? This is 13, we have almost 16, right? Yeah, so yeah, including this. Yeah, including this 4 left. Okay. And this is painted by Devaki Mataji.
And Devaki Mataji has 4 months baby. I came to know after she painted this part. She has a 4 months baby with this part, and she took prasadam for the part 2.
Hari.
Jaydevi Bhaktidati Sita Parameshwari Jaydevi Subhadra Sarvesham Bhadradani. All glory to you, the bestower of Bhakti. You are famous as the supreme controller of these material universes. All glory to you, Subhadra Devi, giver of auspiciousness to one and all. Subhadra Devi.
We are going to move fast. It's 6:30 now. For our allocated time. So, anyone?
1 hour, 1 hour.
No, 1 hour not allowed.
$10.
No, not allowed. Not allowed. 100 minimum. Anyone from this?
150.
150 from the Bal Gopal's group. 150. Who is the 150? Which kid? All 4 of you? No, we are at 150. So I go to
ತೆಪ್ಪತ್ತದಾಗ ಒಂದ್ ತಪ್ಪ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಡ್ದಂಗ ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ
We are bidding together. 150.
Bare.
We'll rotate the ball.
Mama.
150.
और यार जे ये नो
Anyone else? Can everyone hear us from Zoom? Hear us again? Can someone type it at 200? We're at 200.
Mataji, I've unmuted this one. Can you check?
We are at $200. 200 bid by the kids. 200 bid by 3 kids. $66. 200. Are they able to hear on Zoom? Okay. This was printed by Devaki Mataji. 200 going once. 251. What are yours? 270 by Africa. Go Africa. 270. 300 by 3 kids, 3 musketeers. 300. What is that? They will figure it out. We have proof. 3 kids, 3 musketeers are at 300. 300. So no one can hear us before on Zoom. 300. Can you hear us? $300. Okay, they're saying yes. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, we can keep that. It's okay. 300. 300 going once. 390. $390. Africa. 390 by Africa. Anyone else? So 390 by Africa. Going once. The trial. Their calculator. $400 from 3 musketeers. Chaitanya, Kirti Shri and Shri. Oh wow. Chaitanya, Kirti Shri and Shri. $400. Africa, $450. $451. 451. 451. I think we should have literally. I think Zoom is not really working this year. I can tell you that. 451 by Advika. Okay. We are going to go once. We are going to go 1.1. No. 1.5. We're going to go twice. 451 by Advika. The fourth name is Subhadra, the bestower of Bhakti. And it's going to go to Advika for $451. Hurry, 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 go! Look at the happiness. They're so close. And it's heavier than her. So just take some help. Be careful. Yeah, take some help. Okay. So we are moving on to 14th spot. The fourth is Damodar. The one that is to be bound is bound by love. So I think in the time, others is going to just talk.
But uncle, busy uncle. Oh, Shirish, come. She's just 1 minute. Come here. She's busy. One second. The auction is going on. Her pot is coming. Come in, come in.
We are in Zoom call.
Yeah. Sit.
Anyone interested?
They started with 101.
$101. Hurry, hurry, go.
Discount temple.
150 by Chaitanya.
But in
Highest is 525.
Sorry, Chris.
you know their birthday already, right?
Yeah, then we'll-
Sit, Venu. Sit, sit.
161 by Chris.
161
117 by 3 Musketeers.
161.
Okay, 3 idiots. Don't know who these are.
Three devotees.
3 idiots.
3 little devotees.
3 little devotees. A beautiful, wonderful devotee. 171 by 3 kids.
Names is studying.
171.
So Chris Prabhu, $161.
Chris Prabhu.
You're just what's some
191.
100.
No, it's
How,
for that.
how long we're going to stay here? We have to Prashadam.
Yeah. They are on auto, on the eBay you can put auto bidding, so they are on auto bid. Whatever you say to go by chance.
$191. $212 by Chris.
212. Painting is done by Manjula Matas.
And seriously, these 3 kids have a calculator. They're calculating something and then they're putting a number. I don't know what they're doing. Statistics.
$212 by Crystal. 222 by kids.
$22 by those 3 kids. $222.
Okay, looks like we're going to wrap this up. 222 going once. 222 going twice. 222.
Are they able to hear? Oh, Sina Mataji says $233. So he got permission from his nanny.
Oh,
Looks like.
$233. Sina Mataji.
Chris.
Sina Mataji, this Prabhu was awesome. You look super awesome. You can hear us.
233. $233. Chris Prabhu and Sina Mataji going on.
Can we go 240?
240 allowed.
Okay, $240.
Right now, I'm so below on my target, I will take any penny. 240. 240. Looks like this Prabhu and Sina Mataji, you are in the race. So give up, just let us know. 240.
240 kids going on. Okay, so Chris is saying the kids can have it.
Yes. Okay, so everyone else, 240 going once, 240 going twice, and it goes to my 3 beloved children here. Hari, 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 go. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. So can we have the camera here? The kids, they are giving this pot to Pyari Prabhu and Shiva Mataji, and they have been waiting for them. Oh, that's so lovely, so heartfelt. So the next one is the pot number 15 is Karunavatar, the most merciful of all incarnations.
And we have 1 more, right, Prabhu?
Yeah, this is the second last.
Yeah.
The one before the last. And this is painted by Padmaja Mataji, who is going to speak.
శ్రవణమంగళం శ్రీమదాగతం భువి కిరణియే భూరిదాసనాం King Prataprutra stated the below in the final of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu translation. The nectar of your word and the description of your activities are the life and soul of those
Raga synthesis, they cannot hear. But
narration.
she's not loud enough, muffled.
These narrations transmitted by learning stages that I create one input reaction and bestow good fortune upon poor years from them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most.
They're not able to hear. Okay.
Most munificent. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with tears in his eyes, embraces King Pataputra.
Okay, thank you, Mother. So I think the consistent of the nectar of your words and the description of your activities are the life and the soul of those suffering this material world. These narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of God are most beneficent. This is really, really mind-boggling. This is amazing. I'm sure everyone can see it, but now, yes, the bidding has started. $200. And name Prabhu? Jairam Prabhu, $200. $200 by Jairam Prabhu. Ah,
What's the bid? $200 by Jairam Prabhu. 220 by Chris.
220.
$220.
251 by Sudhir Priya Maharaj. Hari 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 Bol. Anyone else? No, we are not going to delay now. It's 6:45. So 251.
251. This Prabhu. 251. Right, so Devi Priya Mataji. Okay, this Prabhu is saying $260.
Hari Bol. $300.
So Devi Priya Mataji, $300. $321 by Chris Prabhu.
321. 351.
Okay, $351 by Sudevi Premataji. Okay, Chris Prabhu, $361.
Hari Hari Bol. $400,000.
We are planning another temple and a farm. Bid is over.
$400.
We will throw the next part for free.
I also come free. Thank you also.
Okay. 425.
425 by 10.
That's the reality.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
$425 by Chris Prabhu.
Yes. True.
So Prabhu's and Mother, the idea is to just contribute whatever you can. That's all. So we don't have to expect we have to take this $40,000 or we have to bid for thousands of dollars. It is just a small token donation that will go towards building Prabhupada's bookstore.
Okay, so this probably is 425. So looks like
$425.
going once, going twice.
Think. The last but one. Only one more part.
It's the most beautiful pot. Yeah, that I must say. So far.
Very intricate artwork.
Very interesting. 425. Okay. So 425 going once, 425 going twice, and 425 goes thrice. So just Prabhu. Hari, hari, hari. Thank you, Prabhu. And that brings us to the last, but not the least, the Radha Nataka, the divine dancer. This is printed by Chinmay and the theme. So take this one.
Go ahead.
The name of my god is Mayur. It is in Vrindavan. It is the place where Radharani and Krishna would dance as peacocks. Once during the rainy season, Srimati Radharani saw peacocks and peahens. Looking at the beautiful monsoon clouds, they danced together. She became very much attracted and she expressed her desire to Krishna to dance like peacocks. Therefore, Krishna became a peacock and Radharani became a peahen, and they danced together on the top of this hill. Hare Krishna.
Very cool. So we have bid started already on Zoom. We are at $121 from Chris Prabhu. 200 from Jaran Prabhu. This is such a beautiful story. 251 by Sudevi Priya Mataji. $251. 300 from Jairam Prabhu. You are outbid, Chris Prabhu. We have 300 from Jairam Prabhu. Okay, 321 from Chris Prabhu. Quick one. Let's get this. 350 by Jairam Prabhu. 350 by Jairam Prabhu. Two people, 350. Okay, 361 by Chris Prabhu. 361. 361. Chris Prabhu. 371 by Jairam Prabhu. Sanvi, come back to the game. I saw you started bidding earlier. It's $400. $400. Chris Prabhu, 411. 411. 411.
450.
450. Jairam Prabhu. The peacock is so beautiful. Wow, those peacock feathers. Every single one of them. So beautiful. 461 by Chris Prabhu. 461. 471. Jairam Prabhu. 471. 481 by Chris Prabhu. 481. 500. Okay, so Chris Prabhu is at 521. So 100 from Sanvi plus 400. I'm not sure what that. So that means 500 from Bharat. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, now we're at 521. 521 at Chris Prabhu. Bharat family, 521. You are a tie. Where are we right now with the total? Mataji, can you give us the total? Chris, 521. Don't include this 5. Where are we?
551, 561 bidding is going on.
So we are, I know. The bidding is going on, but I want to hear so far how much the temple made. 5,200. So today we have already kind of got the donation of $5,239. Last part. This is the last part. Yeah. And this Prabhu is at 595. 595. This book 750 from Bharatwaj family. 750. Hari. Our God's family, 750. This 770. 770. Okay, I think he had a blank paper, signed by his wife. Okay. Our God's family, $1,008. 1,008. 1,108 by Chris Prabhu. 1,108. Hari Chris Prabhu. You are taking. Prabhu, are you sure you have the approval? No, he's taking it to a hotel tonight. 1,108. And Bhagavad family says, Chris, you can have it. Anyone else? 1,108. Unless anyone else wants to bid it. 1,108 for Chris Prabhu. Going once. 1,108 going to Chris Prabhu. Twice.
Thank you. 1,200 from Chris.
1,200. He outbid himself.
Yes. That's an idea.
That's a good idea. So again, I will start from once.
1,200.
I think it helps me if I count him again and again. So Chris Prabhu, 1,200 going once. Chris Prabhu going twice. And with that, we wrap up today's festival, celebration, joy, and your kind donations to our temple. Hare Hare Bol! So I roughly think we have raised today 6,439. So yeah, roughly still we did pretty well. So thank you very much. We deeply appreciate for every little thing, for being a devotee, for donating temple and doing the service. Hare Hare Bol! This is the Panihati Festival Day.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming to our temple and attending our special Panihati Chida Dahi festival. Hare Hare Bol. Good to see everybody here, all devotees once again. Max, I can't really say with smiling faces, but I'm pretty sure you're smiling behind the mask. Then read out the names of the sponsors for today. Somebody, okay. Bags, sponsors. We have, I think, Mahaprasadam that has been offered to the deities, including sweets and savories. Is there anything else, Mataji, that you might know in our special bags? Okay, we have spiritual yoga book. So we have Rasaraj Prabhu and Sevanindani Mataji family. Haribo. Advika, can you come and collect your sponsorship bag?
Advika, go there.
Advika, you can collect it from Mr. Mohan Prabhuji. Oh. Next, we have Dulal Krishna Prabhu, Tarani Radhika Mataji and family. Haribo. Is he here, Prabhuji? Dulal Krishna Prabhu?
वो लेके जाएंगे. Dulal Krishna. So Mata, you are taking this. Okay. So Prabhuji.
Next, we have Sudhir Mataji and family. Haribo. Mataji Priya Mataji, Madhav Gopal Prabhuji and family. Haribo. Anand Gauranga Prabhu, Amrit Kali Mataji and family.
Haribo.
Haribo. They are not here, I guess. Back for Anand Gauranga Prabhu is not here. Anand Gauranga Prabhu. Amisha, Rajni and Veena Patel family. Haribo. Rajni Prabhu. Haribo. Chennaya Prabhu, Anuchinta Mataji and family. Geeta Mataji, Jagadish Shah Prabhu family. Haribo.
She's not.
Geeta Mala Mataji and family. Haribo. Jandarani Mataji, Janak Prabhuji and family. Haribo. Brajanandani Mataji, Madhav Kanta Prabhuji and family. Chaitanya, run. Nikunja Sitarani Mataji, Aviram Divya Prabhuji and family. No. They are not here. Is anybody collecting for them? On their behalf? Okay. Abhiram Divya Prabhu. Yeah, I just announced. Is anybody collecting on behalf of Abhiram Divya Prabhu's family?
No. No one.
Okay. Ragasundar Prabhu Vallabi Gopi Mataji family. Haribo. Okay. Ganpati Gopi Prabhu collecting on behalf of Abhiram Divya. Satyendra Prabhu Priti Mataji Darshan family. Haribo. Jill Mataji and Gary Ramos family. Haribo. Manishi and Dev family. Haribo. Ganpati Govind Prabhuji, Radha Priti Mataji and family. Haribo. Dhruv Vinda, run. Manish Prabhuji, Gunjan Mataji and family. They are not here. Anyone collecting on behalf of Manish Prabhuji? Okay, we'll keep you back. Jai Radhe Mataji. Hari Hari Bo. Srinivas Acharya Prabhuji, Sundari Radhika Mataji and family. Hari Bo. Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, are you around? I saw Prabhuji some time back. Yeah, I saw Prabhuji was here some time back. Okay, we'll keep the back for Damoda Swarup Prabhuji and Padmalosini Mataji family. Hari Bo. Tulsi. Anand Vrindavan Prabhu and Prem Kishori Mataji family. I don't think they are here. Keep the back. Madhuri Kishori Mataji and Sundar Gopinath Das family. Haribo. Madhuri Kishori Mataji. Yes, Mataji coming. Neela Lena family and Shyam Lena. Gary Prabhu is taking. Kirti and Ramesh Bakharia family. Not here? Okay. Baby Balaram, Radha and Amit Prabhuji family. Amit Chauhan Prabhuji. Anybody here? Okay, we'll reserve your bag. Prem K. Sundar and Nagalakshmi Somasundaram family from Milford. Hari Hari Bo. Okay, we have to mention that Prem Prabhuji and Lakshmi Mataji also sponsored the fruits for the festival today. Prem Prabhuji and Lakshmi Mataji. Prem K. Sundar and Nagalakshmi. Yeah, they already do. Bhakta Ras Prabhuji is sponsoring today for Kurmarupa, whose death anniversary is tomorrow. So he passed away 6 years ago in Vrindavan. He was a temple president in East Hartford and instrumental in our obtaining the East Hartford temple. He started the care for cows in Vrindavan. So Ras Prabhuji's bag is also being kept here. And also mention of Omyo Prabhuji, who sponsored the fruits for the festival today. Haribo! He's not here. A quick announcement of our upcoming events. We have Snan Yatra on the 18th of July, Sunday. Haribo! And what comes after Snan Yatra? Rath Yatra! Hari Hari Bol! So Rath Yatra, the tentative date is on the 31st of July, and we're going to have the Rath Yatra in the Glastonbury Park over here, that's down the street from this road, Norfolk Avenue. So please try to join us. We will be confirming the date shortly. Tentatively, you can mark your calendars for July 31st. And then after that, we're going to have a grand opening of our temple where we're going to have all the deities come over to our new temple. Hari Hari Bo! And that's going to happen on August 22nd on Balaram Jayanti. Hari Bo! Hari Bo! So we are all eagerly waiting for all the lordships to come over to their new residence at the Glastonbury Temple. Hari Bo! So that wraps up the announcements for today. Now we're going to have Kirtan chanting for our sponsors. We're going to have Chinmaya to chant.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana. Giri Hari Gopinath. Giri Hari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Sri Chaitanya
Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavati Gita. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasha Raghunatha. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much, everybody. And with that, we are concluding today's Panihati Chida Dahi festival. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna.